So we want to find a resultant by using a scale diagram. So first one, we have to select a scale, 20,000 Newton and 30,000 Newton. So what scale I should select here? Anyone want to say a scale?
Can we say every 1 centimeter equal 500 Newton?
But if every 1 centimeter, sorry, equal 500. But if 20,000, so it will be 20,000 divided by 500. So 20,000 divided by 500, it will be 40 centimeter. So it means it's practically on my notebook, I cannot draw 40 centimeter because our ruler, our scale which we are using, it is starting from 0 and ending maximum like 14 to 15 centimeter. That's a scale, a ruler which we are using. So when we select the scale, our scale should be within 14 centimeter, not bigger than 14 centimeter. So if I select 500 Newton, my scale will be too big. Like I cannot draw 40 centimeter practically on my notebook. So I have to change the scale.
Okay,
Anyone
can we
else?
say every
Yes.
1 centimeter equal 10,000 Newton?
Yeah. So if we say, that's right. If we say 1 centimeter is equals to 10,000. So 20,000 Newton will be 2 centimeter and 30,000 Newton will be 3 centimeter. But practically, if I say when you check 2 centimeter, 2 centimeters, it will be too small. When you, if you check your ruler or the scale, 2 centimeter will be too small. It will, you can draw 2 centimeter, but it will be very small. So what I can do, I can select, like if I select 500, it was too small, 500 Newton. If I select 10,000 Newton, the scale value is too small as well. So what I can do, example, if I select 1 centimeter is equals to 5,000 Newton, then 20,000 Newton will be how much? It will be 4 centimeter. And 30,000 Newton will be how much? It will be 6 centimeter. So 1 centimeter is equals to 5,000 Newton. Why I did not choose that scale? Why I did not select 1 centimeter is 10,000 Newton? The only reason was that because if 1,000 Newton is equals to 1 centimeter, so 20,000 Newton will be 2 centimeter, and that 2 centimeter, it is very small line to draw. That's why it won't be accurate. Now after selecting the scale, what we do, we will mark a point and try to draw in the same manner. So we mark a point and I will draw one of the vector. Example, I draw 20,000 Newton, which is 2 centimeter. So 30,000 Newton will be, or 20, I'm selecting this scale, 20,000 4 centimeter, 30,006. So I draw first 4 centimeter line. So you should also draw 4 centimeter line. Everyone should draw 4 centimeter line. Then place a protector and mark 40 degrees, 0, 10, 20, 30, sorry, 20 degrees. The angle is 20. So 0, 10 and 20. So mark 20 degree and draw 30 Newton, 30,000 Newton, which is 6 centimeter. So draw a 6 centimeter line, which is at an angle of 20 degree with, which is at an angle of 20 degree with the 4 centimeter line or 20,000 Newton. First do this part, solve this part. Is it done? Then what we do, we will complete a parallelogram. So draw the parallel line. This is 6 centimeter and the other parallel should be 4 centimeter. The next session, I will explain how you can use compass to make an accurate parallelogram. But right now, I'm just drawing as a rough. So this will be 4 centimeter and this is 6 centimeter. Then after completing a parallelogram, what we do, we'll complete a diagonal. So when we draw this diagonal, that will be the resultant. Measure the length of this resultant. Yeah, what is the length of the resultant here? So what is this angle for any
10.
one of the angle? So if it's coming out 10, so you will write 10 degrees. And the magnitude, like example, if I measure, I'm getting example, say 9 centimeter example if I'm getting, so 9 centimeter I'll convert into Newton, so it will be 45,000 Newton. So the range of answer will be there for angle as well as for the resultant. Is it clear till this point?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now there is also a simple way to complete this parallelogram. What you can do, because it is difficult sometimes to draw the parallel lines, it might not be accurate. So example, if we have one of the vector 5 centimeter we drew and another vector we drew say 7 centimeter, and the angle, when we measured angle between them, say it was 110, and the question is like we are finding the resultant. So to find the resultant, first we complete this parallelogram. So we draw the parallel lines. One is 7 centimeter, another one is 5 centimeter, and then we draw the diagonal that will be parallel. There's also a short method which we can follow. What we do, we will open the compass. The compass is there. One side you have the pencil. Yeah, I'm about to complete the session. I'm about to conclude a session. So one side we will have a pencil and another side we have a needle for a compass. So what we do, we will place a needle here, place a needle of the compass here, and open the compass using a scale, open the compass 7 centimeter and draw an arc. Arc means the part of the circle. So what we did, we placed the compass needle here on 5 centimeter and we open the compass to 7 centimeter and draw an arc. Then we place a compass So first what we did, we opened the compass, place at 5 centimeter, so first we open the compass till 7 centimeter and we will draw an arc. So we'll draw an arc. Arc means part of the circle. So I place a needle here, compass needle here. So I place a compass needle here and I will draw 7 centimeter and draw an arc. Then I will place a compass needle here and open it 5 centimeter and draw an arc. So the point where the two arcs will intersect, the position where the two arcs intersect, we can join from the starting point to the final, and that is also a resultant. So you can complete a parallelogram, or without completing a parallelogram, you can draw the arcs and you can get the resultant. But this part of the arc, I will explain again in the next session, as some of you are having a class after this. So this part I will re-explain in next session. So today what we have discussed is a scale diagram and finding the resultant by using a scale diagram of parallelogram method. Any question related to the class today?
No, thank you, sir.
So